Sigmund Freud, a well-known psychologist, provided us with the theory that personality develops through 5 distinct stages: oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital. Freud proposes that a child will establish their personality through the 5 stages because early life experiences are significant while developing a personality. Children will encounter difficulties between pleasure and expectations, and depending how they deal with them affects characteristics in the adult personality. Consequently, if a problem occurs in a specific stage and remains unsolved, then the individual remains stuck in that stage, known as fixation. The first stage is the oral stage. The oral stage occurs from birth until 1.5 years old. The infant's primary source of pleasure focuses on the mouth due to oral stimulation. Several major sources that satisfy the infant include tasting, sucking, and biting. At this stage, infants are completely dependent upon their caretakers. It is a time for development of trust and comfort. If an individual becomes orally fixated, they will indulge in eating, smoking, drinking, or nail biting while under stress due to being overindulged or unsatisfied in the search of oral gratification.
Because I have so much homework, I'm so stressed out.
The anal stage occurs second from 1.5 to 3 years old. The child's pleasure is focused on the anus. Potty training is a major conflict because the child must focus on the control of bladder and bowel movements. Success is dependent upon how the parents approach the situation. Positive outcomes occur when parents praise or reward the child, which encourages the child.
Look at that.
Oh, good
What
deal.
Are you thinking there?
You know, the baby did so good, I think we should have a party.
Baby, let's have a party!
Okay, Mom, why?
An individual may become fixated in this stage if parents are too lenient or begin the process too early and are extremely strict. A result of being fixated is an anal expulsive personality or an anal retentive disorder.
One, two, three, four, one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Phallic is the third stage. It occurs between the ages of 3 and 6. The child's pleasure is now on their genitals. The child must negotiate the Oedipal conflict, which is an important obstacle. According to Freud, the child begins to understand the differences between a male and female. At this stage, the Oedipus complex occurs for males and the electric complex for girls. This can be best represented by Sophocles' play, Oedipus the King, in which he falls in love with his mother and kills his father.
That means Oedipus been boning his mama. His mama! Cause we all just like Oedipus. His destiny moves us only because it might have been ours. Because the oracle laid the same curse upon us before our birth as upon him. It is the fate of all of us, perhaps, to direct our first sexual impulse towards our mother and our first hatred and our first murderous wish against our father. Our dreams convince us that this is so.
According to Freud, it is assumed that both males and females will continue their development without issues. However, if one becomes fixated, their personality will become reckless, narcissistic, and self-assured. It could potentially lead to difficulty with authority figures due to the failure of identifying properly with the rival parent.
I don't need the gym. I look really good. It's because I'm intimidating, right?
Oh, good. You're home. Now shovel the snow.
No, the fuck I'm not. You gonna do that just...
The fourth stage is the latency stage, because sexual pleasures become hidden. This occurs from 6 years old until puberty. At this point, sexual interests move to the unconscious. Sexual energy becomes engaged with social interactions and intellectual development. Through this stage, a child becomes interested with friendships, hobbies, and sports. It's essential for a child to develop social skills and self-confidence.
You gotta stop thinking. You just have fun.
Climb trees, hop fences, get into trouble.
The last stage is the genital stage. This occurs during puberty and adolescence onward. Sexual interests become renewed and finally become directed towards somebody outside of the family. This stage allows adolescents to experiment and focus on their own characteristics. The focus of pleasure becomes intercourse rather than self-pleasure.
You guys need anything? Some snacks? A condom? Let me know.
No specific fixation occurs at the genital stage. If the first 4 stages are completed successfully, the individual will have achieved a well-balanced, caring personality. However, if an individual became fixated in another stage, the consequences will be apparent in this last stage. For example, if one was fixated in the oral stage, they may prefer kissing or oral sex rather than intercourse. According to Freud, if these 5 psychosexual stages are completed successfully, then an individual should attain a healthy personality.